Hi everyone, welcome to another Monday evening with Lillian. We're a time when we can get together to connect, create, and have fun. For all of you in Canada, happy Thanksgiving to you. It's been a glorious weekend here and it's been pretty nice. And what's even nicer is I'm feeling more like myself all the time, so that's even better. So let me know you're here, if whether you're watching now or you're watching the replay or watching on YouTube. It's just nice to know that to have that hello and that hi, and know that I'm not just talking into empty space. So hi Catherine, welcome. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We actually celebrated yesterday, and it was really good. It was actually just the two of us because we had planned to be away, and then of course at the last minute decided not to, so we were home and celebrated yesterday, but still had a really good time. So as I turn you down to my desk, here's a question for you. What do you prefer for Thanksgiving, whether you're in Canada or the United States, or if you're another part of the world and maybe don't celebrate it, but if you could have a choice? Are you a turkey? Do you like your turkey? Do you like ham, or do you like something totally different? So let me know in the comments, and let's go click down here and look at my desktop. Ourselves, we, goodness, something's going crazy here. Just got to loosen some things up. We actually had roast beef yesterday. We have been so spoiled since the accident. And we normally are turkey people here, but since the accident, we were spoiled with so many wonderful home meals delivered, and oh goodness, now something's happened on my computer. Facebook has been giving me grief these days. Anyway, so we had lots of meals delivered, and we'd had a lot of chicken dishes, so we decided to go with something different. And then our daughter dropped in tonight and brought us a turkey dinner and pumpkin pie as well. So that got the best of both worlds as far as I can tell. So I'm just getting my computer set up here, and sorry, I had to delete Facebook and add it because I don't know, something was happening, and it seems to be a common problem with a lot of people. So I think I've got things going here now. There we go. So something I wanted to point out to you is this is coming in November. As demonstrators, we can order it now, but it's coming. It'll be available November the 2nd, and it's called Eden's Garden. And I think as you look at it, you can see where they got their name from. You can see all this leafy kind of things, the green, all gorgeous stuff. So these are some of the projects made with this. And then on the back, you can see there is a stamp set and die. So there's a bundle, and this is the distinctive. So you've got your light and dark, and this here, sending hugs. Several of you, I know that is a saying you use a lot. So that alone, but you can see all kinds of. Hi, Diana. I was just talking about people who like to say sending hugs, and you're one of those people. So I just thought I would point that out. So this is actually going to be available in the new mini that will come out in January, but you can get it ahead of time if you want. And then there's some other things that are exclusive only while supplies last, and they will not be available in the new catalog. And one is this 12 by 12 designer paper. It's gorgeous. And if you follow Facebook or Pinterest, whatever, we're seeing lots of projects being shared right now. Then there's also this Ever Eden cotton paper. And I thought, what is cotton paper? And someone explained it as it feels like really heavy tissue paper. So it's a thinner consistency, but it's heavier than tissue paper, and apparently very nice to work with. This is still waiting to arrive in the warehouse, but it is gorgeous garden gems, this here. So as many of you know, there are all those ships. We see pictures of them waiting to dock, to unload. And so these are likely on one of those ships. But anyway, this is coming. That's just a sneak peek of what is coming. And then this is hot off the presses. Look at this cute little guy. Isn't he adorable? I just fell in love with him and I just saw him today. So this is going to be the new paper pumpkin kit. So there's the paper pumpkin box. You can order it from now until November the 10th, but after that it won't be available. So this month's kit includes enough supplies to make 9 of these with coordinating food safe bags. Easy to make. Can you imagine making this with your kids? I think it'd be so much fun. It arrives in this special box and it comes with an exclusive stamp set and the Fleur de Flamenco classic stamping spot. So one of the little ink pads, which are so handy to have. Oh, I see somebody's giving this some hugs. Yes, this is terrific. So one more thing to share. As many of you know, on my Stampers Niche group, so it's called Lillian's Stampers Niche. Every Friday, I share a card layout. And this is the one I shared last Friday. And some people have already started sharing what they would do with this. The layout is taken from a sample in the annual catalog. And I know that, I think it was Catherine, you've been guessing already as to which one it was. So always check that out on a Friday, or if you miss it, scroll down to the Friday post and you will see a new card layout, and people are having a lot of fun with this. So I wanted you to be aware of that. Now, I have something for you that I'm pretty excited about tonight. A fantastic paper pumpkin. I agree, Roz. I think that is going to be an amazing one. I can see all kinds of ideas for it. So I know that we're just having Thanksgiving, but the next sort of celebration is Halloween. And I went to start making some Halloween things for my stamping club for this month. And I thought, I don't have any Halloween paper. I don't have any Halloween stamps. What am I going to do? Well, first off, I'm going to show you the Halloween paper that I wish I had, which I don't. So it's called the Cute Halloween 6x6 designer paper. So this is the front and back of one sheet. So it's front and back, and so on, like that. And that's the coordinating colors. So even just looking at this paper, it gives you ideas for some Halloween colors. And I've shown this card one other time, but I'll just refresh your memories. This is one I got from Joanne, and she used this paper here and then cut the little bat out of it there, and it's just so cute. So there is that. Yes, Roz, it is so cute, and I am wishing I had it, but I don't. But I wanted something that was striped and orange. So this is what I did. I went and took my pattern party designer paper. So you can choose any black and white paper that you want, but look at, there's striped there. It's just not orange. So you're going to see what I do with that tonight. So, and then I'm going to touch base with a little bit about how to look at your designer paper and your stamps a little bit differently and maybe make something. So tonight I'm going to use, I'll show you what I'm going to make first. So I saw this, it was shared by Rosemarrie Gonzalez in the States, and it is this little treat pack, and she used the Halloween paper. I used the pattern party paper, and this is so neat. And you know what I love the most about this? Let me just move that out of the way. You know me, I love to be able to steal my treats out of here without wrecking the packaging. Are you like that? Look at this. I can open up the bottom because it is a clear envelope, one of our clear envelopes, and I can get my treats out. So there it is. I'm going to show you how to make this. I'm even going to show you maybe an idea for another occasion. And we're going to use what we have instead. even though we don't have a Halloween stamp set or Halloween paper. So I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock. All right, so we're going to start with that. And then we're also going to take another piece that is 4 by 4 1/2, and then we're going to score it at 2 inches. So that is going to become the topper. So let's do that right now. So with the 4-inch side at the top, so the 4-inch side at the top, we're going to line it up at 2 inches and score. And then when it's folded, it is going to be 4 1/2 by 2, right? So there, it looks like I cut it a little bit crooked, but I think that's going to work out just fine. So that was 4 by 4 1/2, and then on the 4-inch side at the top, scored at 2. And I better remove some of these. And then I've got a piece of the Pattern Party Designer paper that is 4 by 4, and then a piece that is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. So the 4 by 4 is going to fit right on the black with just a regular border around. This one here, the narrower one, is going to fit on here. So we could even leave it black and white if we wanted, and I'm not going to spend forever coloring it tonight, but I just wanted, and then we're going to show it to you. Then we're going to use some smoky slate and some of this gorgeous black glimmer paper. So let's get busy and get started here. So first off, I better stop throwing things around. We want to color this paper to make it pumpkin pie and black. So what I'm going to do is just bring in my pumpkin pie ink and my blending brush. I'm going to put some scrap paper underneath. I'm just going to pick up some ink and start swirling. And pretty soon I am going to have orange and black instead of white and black. And I can make it as dark or as light as I want. And this is working so much better than when I did the sample because I re-inked my ink pad. It makes a huge difference. I'm just quite delighted with this. All right. I wasn't going to do the other piece, but this is coming along so nicely. I'm going to do that as well. So we're just going to keep going here. And as we're doing this, I just have to tell you a physiotherapy story. Harry and I are doing ever so much better. I'm doing better than him because he was a little more banged up than me, but doing ever so much better. Still sore, but can't even talk. Physiotherapy is working wonders. But one of the things she had me do is because my left leg was so swollen and bruised, she said, I want you to go home and fill 1 bucket full of ice water and 1 bucket full of water as warm as you can stand it, and then put your leg right up to your knee in the buckets. Put it 30 seconds in the hot one, then 30 seconds, and she says, I want ice in that bucket. And I wasn't too impressed. First of all, it sounded like a lot of work. And second of all, it didn't sound very comfortable. I said, well, could I just put cold compresses on it or something like that? Well, you could, but it's not going to work as well. I know that it's a pain, but you're going to be glad you did it. So I had to listen to the authority and I came home and I hummed and hawed, and we brought the gardening buckets in and put them in the tub and did it. Well, it was like night and day. It worked. It was like magic. So there's a little thing about listen to the professionals. It's amazing and then not just listen, but do. Sometimes I can listen, but I'm not very good at the doing part. Anyway, there's my little physical therapy story, and let's get going here. So we're going to fasten this here. Now, I didn't put it all the way to the top because it's going to be covered. So why waste the paper, right? So we'll just put this down. Oops, I think I'm just about ready for some more glue. There we go. Like that. And then I'm going to bring in one of our clear envelopes. Now, if you don't know where these are, if you find the page that has all the other envelopes, right with the basic white envelopes and the very vanilla envelopes are the clear envelopes. And they are so handy for so many things. Plus, they can go in the mail as long as you put the stamp on the outside and the address on the outside, like on a label. It can go through the mail. So just something to be aware of. So we're bringing this in here. Now, when you go to put this in here, what you're going to do is make sure the flap is at the bottom. Fran, you're glad that I listened and did it? Yes, so am I. And you know, I don't always do that very well. I can think about doing it, but maybe don't always do it very well. So this is how it goes in. So your flap is going to be at the bottom, okay? Then we're going to bring the top in and just slide that in like that and center it. Now on this one here, I did not staple it, so it just pulls off, but it's not going to stay there very well. And I just did that to experiment. I am going to staple this one. I just think it's more secure. And so this is what I'm going to staple it now. And I'm going to turn it upside down so the smooth part of the staple is here. So here's the back, that's smooth. And the bumpy side, the side that can catch and give you a little tear, it's going to be hidden under the designer paper like that. All right, so let's fasten that down. You're going to be, this is just such a quick and easy little treat holder. It's just so much fun. Okay, there we go. Now the staple makes it a little bumpy, but by the time we're finished, we're going to have so much stuff on there that you're never going to know anyway. So I'm going to turn it over and give it a good... And I'm not sealing this yet because I have to put some treats in there, right? Which I forgot to get out, but I know where some are. So now we're this far along and we're going to put some twine on here. So let me just bring this in like this. So the twine I chose to use is from the annual catalog. It is, Playful Pets, the trio. So the two come together. So there's this lovely narrow red and white. And then there's this great twine here. Now we also could have used the black twine, and maybe I should do that for a change. Okay, maybe I'll do that. So that's where I got the twine from this, but I'm going to use the black from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and then we can compare and see which we like better. So this one I wrapped around twice. This one, I wonder if I want to wrap it twice or not. Let's see, once, yeah, maybe twice makes it just a little bit more. Now you can tie a knot, you can tie a bow. It's whatever makes you happy and comfortable. I tied a bow on the other one. We'll see how tying a bow on video goes. If it doesn't, it's going to become a knot. It's just that easy. Oh, I think I got it. Got so many things going on here. I do like to leave my ribbon and twine on the roll in case I need more or less, but I think that looks pretty good. We'll clip that off and let's have a look. See, there we go. I can play with that a little bit. There, and I want it that way a little bit, but I can easily slide it over. And there we go. So we've got that part done. And we just need to decorate it. Now remember what I said, I don't have Halloween stamps. So I started looking through the stamps that I do have, and I came across Banner Year. And although this isn't strictly Halloween, it does have some Halloween sentiments like a treat so sweet, boo, happy haunting, and then it has a little bat and a pumpkin, which that face can go on the pumpkin, and it's got some leaves. So there's some Halloween stuff in here. And the other one, surprise, surprise, is Sparkle of the Season. It's got Happy Halloween. It's got bats here. So I sort of combined the two. And so, and when you use the dies, it also has this neat broom and a pumpkin. So Sparkle of the seasonal swirls, as well as the bat. So I'm in business. So what I did was I took some smoky slate and I took the Label Me Lovely, and I thought, the top part, let's see, sorry, it's glary, looks a bit like a tombstone. So you can either punch the whole thing out and then just cut the bottom part off, or you can line it up. So what I'm doing is not doing the swirly parts here. I'm just lining it up like that. And now I have a tombstone. There we go. Just like that. So now we need to do some stamping on it. Let's get a bit of space here. We're going to bring in some scrap paper, and I'm going to do a Treat So Sweet, and bring in my black. There we go. And let's see if I can get it sort of straight, but I guess it doesn't matter if I don't, because it is kind of creepy looking. There we go. Now we've got these cute little bats. These are from the Sparkle of the Season, and I'm just going to put some here. There we go. Meant to have them going off, but that works out all right. And then I decided the tombstone looked a little too clean, so I brought in some smoky slate. Forgot to get that ink out, but that's easily. And I just sponged the edges to make it a little more grungy. So just pick up a bit of ink. We used to sponge everything. It's just so much fun. Just adds something to it, doesn't it? There we go. So we've got it looking like that. We'll put that away. So now what I'm going to do is fasten it on here with some dimensionals, and then we'll do some decorating. So I don't know what I did with my dimensionals. Here we go. I'll use my minis. So what I want to do is straddle this ribbon. I do not want my dimensionals to be on the ribbon. So I'm going to put this here so I know that it's going to be about like that. And we'll put some dimensionals just above the ribbon and just below the ribbon. Twine, I guess I should be saying. And just remove that. Whoops, removed everything. Well, I guess that topping really wants to stay attached. There we go. There. Now we'll fasten our tombstone on like that. There we go. So now we just need some decoration and some treats. So for decorations, I cut a few things out from the seasonal swirls. And I kind of thought, well, first of all, I love that glimmer paper, and I love how it just adds a little bit. And I just thought he would really look good about there. And I thought the pumpkin would look good about there, I think. Now, I was playing with the brooms too, and I'm going to show you some other Halloween projects later, but I just wanted to show you the broom is so neat. And I wanted one broom that had like the, oh, can't talk, the cornstalk types of things. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so I cut it off and fastened it onto there. And so that's how I made that. So those are just some of the things that I did there. So let's First off, let's sponge that pumpkin a little bit as well. Since we've got the sponge going and we're in a sponge mood. There we go. We've got that done. And let's just fasten some of that on. I'm going to bring in some glue dots. This black glimmer paper is gorgeous and it looks beautiful on elegant cards. Some of your more elegant, say, anniversary or Christmas cards, that kind of thing. But it just adds, and I love that our glimmer paper doesn't get glitter everywhere. It's just so nice to work with. So I'm putting my glue dot on the part of the pumpkin that's going on the tombstone. So right about like that. There we go. Now, last but not least, one of the things in the mini catalog are these great stars, which I have been using on all kinds of things. So I'm going to bring in some of the black ones for this one. It just seems to kind of suit. And let's see, where shall I put them? I'm going to put one on the pumpkin. And I'm going to put one more. I'll put one there or there. Oh, doesn't really matter. And with the bat, I think that might be enough. Might put one more on after. And now it's all ready for me to put my treats in. So because I forgot to get any treats out, I'm going to steal from here and just steal one out. I doubt that I can steal from it. Does anybody else get excited about being able to steal the treats out? I see that my grandson's on here and he discovered when he used to sleep, when he sleeps over and when I used to have displays up, he discovered that a lot of them had treats and he had a few extra treats when he was having sleepovers. I would find bits of chocolate in his bed. So he knows that it's pretty nice to be able to sneak the treats out the bottom. So that's how quick and easy it is to make a treat holder. Do you want to see another sample? So that's Halloween. Here I use the Whimsy and Whimsical designer paper and made it to hold little hair accessories, and then somebody's name can go on here and I can tuck it in there, and so you can see that you could fit all different kinds of things in here. So if you like that idea, I think you could have a lot of fun. So before we go any farther, I wanted to talk a bit again about using your paper. Don't be locked in thinking, oh, I don't have any Christmas paper. I don't have any Halloween paper, whatever. There are all kinds of things. For example, here is a treat holder. We're making something similar in our stamp club this month. And this paper, do you have any idea where that paper is from? Let me just move some of this so it's not so distracting. That paper is from Sweet Stockings, and it's this paper right here. So I'm using the bat again, the stars again. I even used the same words, didn't realize that. But so you can use paper from other sets. Speaking of which, I have seen some people use this paper from Expressions in Ink for Halloween. Now, once you start thinking Halloween, can you start to see this being used for Halloween? I think there's all kinds of potential there. So once you get I don't know if you're like me, but my mind gets in a rut and I see it advertised as for this season or that season, and then I forget. Well, this will help you jog your memories out. So let me bring just a few more things. So I was sharing this, and let me open it up and show you. See, it holds a treat in there. So that's one. And here is the same design, just different paper. So we've got that. Oops, somebody lost a star because I can see it in here. Here is a little bag I made with the same paper we used tonight. So there's a treat in there. Let's see what treat it is. Oh, Kit Kat in this one. And then I've made this tag. Now, I haven't totally finished this off, but I used that black glitter paper again. And then I use the Playful Alphabet and some of the foam sheets and raise those letters up. So that's a lot of fun. And then this is just a cute little bag I made. It was going to be for my Sparkle of the Season class. And here's where you see that I built the broom with the black handle and then with the yellow bottom, that kind of thing. So this is all done with Sparkle of the Season and some of the vellum, the shimmer vellum there. So just a few ideas to get you thinking about Halloween or any other season. And let me see, it seems to, I was telling you that I was feeling a little better, and I actually started designing a new class today. I haven't designed a new class for a little bit just because it was all I could do to remember what to do. Would you like to see one of the things? The new class I'm working on is for the whimsical trees, and I have several ideas, but one is finished. So here's a sneak peek at this card, and I will be advertising this class later this week. And speaking of things that will be showing up in email, I hope you all subscribe to my newsletter. I will give the link because every Wednesday afternoon at 1, you get a free Christmas tutorial. So it's the 12 weeks of Christmas. This is what came in week 1. So there was that one. And in week 2 was this one. So make sure you've subscribed so you get those, because they're just free tutorials that come right into your mailbox. And let's bring these back in as we say goodbye. And thanks for joining me tonight, ladies. It's always so much fun. Happy Thanksgiving and happy preparing for Halloween. Bye-bye.